Welcome to Edmonton, also known as Deadmonton apparently to a lot of people in my TikTok and YouTube comments. I don't really know why, maybe I'm a little biased because I am a local Edmontonian, but today I want to show you some of the local gems here in our city to give you a better idea of what the heck there is to actually do here. As always, my name's JR Caputo, a local Edmonton realtor. If you have any questions on real estate or just what the heck's going on here at Edmonton, don't hesitate to reach out. We're starting right here in the heart of the city with the Ice House and the Moss Pit. Now, I'm not gonna make the whole video about the Edmonton Oilers, but it's impossible not to talk to them, especially at the start of this video. The Oilers are a huge part to our city, especially come playoff time. So if you're looking for a place to come watch, this might be the perfect patio. It's one of my favorite patios because you have the skyscraper views, a lot of activities, big screen, bowling, batting cages, and like I said, when the playoffs are going, it's a great atmosphere to be in. Now, starting in our downtown core right here in Ice District, we're gonna show you a few more little tidbits of things going on in our core, but I have to be honest, when you look at major cities here across Canada, Edmonton does have a pretty good downtown core. You can't compare it to Toronto and Vancouver. So if that's, your assumption coming here, you're gonna be rudely mistaken. But the reality is, pre-COVID, 2019, 2018, there was a little bit of a slide here in the city. Since we've launched Ice District, Daryl Cates and City of Edmonton have come together, it has helped a lot here in our city. There's a lot more stuff going on, whether that be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. Is it everything I wish it to be? No, but the reality with Edmonton, and like you're gonna see in this video, is we don't revolve around our downtown core. Honestly, as a realtor, I sell a lot of houses downtown and condos downtown. There's a lot more outside Edmonton suburbs because the reality is you can get to downtown in 20 minutes. You can come hang out down here when you want to be, but not a lot of people right now are situated downtown. I don't mean that in a negative way. I think it will continue to grow, especially with the direction our city council is trying to take some projects. But I just like to manage expectations from the start. So if you're someone watching from Toronto or Vancouver, please don't compare your downtown hubs to Edmonton's downtown hub. If you're a local Edmontonian, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But for now, let's take a quick walk through the Ice District, then head to our next location. I want to give you guys a sense of Edmonton, daytime, nightlife, a little bit of what's going on. We're on a great street just off 104th. It's a nice restaurant here, Bijou. I don't know, everyone calls it something a little bit different. We're under the overpass, I guess you could call, for right under Rogers Place. If you've seen clips, like I said, this place gets crazy during playoffs. We got our boy Wayne here, hopefully Connor soon, but that's enough for the Oilers. I'm gonna stop pumping them because maybe not everyone's an Oilers fan. But listen, Rogers Place is an amazing arena. Whether it's an Oilers game, a concert, or they're doing the rodeo here again now, there's always something going on. This venue's always booked. So you come out here for a nice night out, you go to the show, you grab a nice dinner. It's really done a lot for our city. Downtown Edmonton is a great area, but does need some more development. So, with the JW Marriott, with Rogers Place, as the city of Edmonton continues to push these projects, I'm expecting a lot of good stuff in the next 5 to 10 years for our city's core. It's impossible to show you everything in one video with our downtown core. Although it's not the biggest, there is a lot to do here. But we had to talk about MacEwan and its proximity to the Ice District. So if you're coming here, potentially looking to do some schooling, there's a ton of great options, just steps away from the heart of the city, which I think will mix in a little bit of fun, obviously with some education. That should give you a little bit of a feel what's going on here in our downtown core. Like I said, there's a bunch of other stuff going on, but we only have so much time in one video. And what I mean by a portion is Edmonton has one of the largest urban forests across Canada. So the river valley here is massive, from hiking, running, walking trails, really endless opportunities. Honestly, if you follow the channel, we're rolling out a lot more content lately, but the one thing I'll never lie about is how terrible Edmonton construction is. You know what, I think you could say that for a lot of, major cities, Toronto, Vancouver. I think it's understandable. Edmonton's not as big, so I don't know what the excuse is for how bad our construction is. But yeah, I wish that was a little bit better, so manage that expectation accordingly. Battled the Edmonton traffic and construction. We made it to the River Valley. Now, of course, I love our downtown core and I love what it's gonna turn into in the next 5 to 10 years. But this place is unbelievable. Whether it's summer, winter, there's always something to do in the River Valley. I was joking with Ross behind the camera. I was saying, hey, maybe we'll do a video showing all the trails and parks here in the city. I was thinking a little bit deeper about it. It's probably next to impossible because, like I said, it's one of the largest urban stretches here in North America for forest. It's absolutely stunning. It is a little bit cloudy today. We'll throw the drone up for a little more footage. But like, you catch this place on a blue sky day, it is unbelievable. And like I said, whether it's winter or summer, there's something to do here with the river and all the trails.
You keep on running around with other women in town. I've had enough of these games.
We looked at Grant MacEwan downtown, which is a great post-secondary option, but honestly, it really doesn't get much better than the U of A. Currently ranked 94th in the world and number 4 in Canada, from a post-secondary opportunity perspective, this is the place you want to be. They have multiple campuses, multiple programs, and it's a very prideful school. If somebody goes to the U of A and you know them, there's a good chance they're going to let you know they go to the U of A, and I don't blame them. You've got great real estate around here. We're just minutes from Whyte Avenue, which we're actually heading to next. Whyte Avenue has great shopping, nightlife, food and beverage, great area. You'll see that next. But the reality with Edmonton is the University of Alberta, great school. As you saw earlier, there's Grant MacEwan, which is also a really great option. And of course, you have a place called Nate, which is actually a place I studied. I did a business marketing degree there. It's a little more inner city. We're not getting there today. But if you're coming to Edmonton, you're looking for some schooling opportunities, I'm telling you, we have some premier options for you or your family. All right, we made it to Whyte Avenue. Obviously a great area. Excuse the audio, it's a very busy street. Lots of shopping, entertainment, nightlife, restaurants. The best way to experience Whyte Ave is just to go see it, and that's what we're gonna do here today. We're gonna go to a few restaurants, a few shops, check them all out. But the reality is, you know, in the summertime, and I know we've talked about the summertime a lot, it's a great area to come hang out. When you look at Edmonton, price to value with real estate, I get it, it's cold here, and we've talked about this on the channel a few times, but you know, to me, it's an opportunity to get ahead. I can deal with the winters here in Edmonton. Obviously, again, a little bit biased, but when you look at the price to value in real estate, and when being a realtor, I'm a price to value kind of guy. Living in Edmonton, you have the opportunity to not only live, but put a little money away at the end of the month and get ahead. So when summer does come around, you can come to areas like Whyte Ave, the River Valley, Ice District, and come enjoy it. All right, this one's gonna be a little bit of a gem for maybe potentially some just local Edmontonians watching this video. The old Strats, now known as Leopold's. Great establishment, but definitely missing the old Strat and the Strat Slam. So if you know that was the time. As mentioned, there's really endless things to do on Whyte Ave. We're gonna look at some shopping. We're gonna go to the farmer's market right now. But truthfully, it's, what do you think, Ross? 5, 6, 7, 10 blocks? What's Whyte Ave these days? About 10 blocks, I'd say, of just constant shopping, restaurants, nightlife. So again, impossible to show you it all. We'll stop at a few good spots like the farmer's market coming up. One of my favorite things to do on the weekend, again, in the summer here in Edmonton, is the Old Strathcona Farmers Market. Not only is it an unbelievable farmers market, but this is actually the host of what's called the Fringe. So again, if you follow the channel, we've talked about how much festivals and just different nightlife opportunities there are here in Edmonton. The Fringe is a great outdoor experience, family friendly. You'll get all sorts of, what would you call it, Ross? Street performers out here. So, you know, between the Old Strathcona Farmers Market, the street performers, it's a great place to take the kids, the family, hang out, and just enjoy the Edmonton weather. Head to a quick restaurant. We're gonna have a little bit more of a chat about some real estate around here, but I really wanted to talk quickly about the location. If you're trying to be central, you know, downtown Edmonton, but not right in the hub, Old Strathcona, this kind of area, gives you so much opportunity. You have decently affordable condos, affordable housing options, redevelopment options. So if you're an investor, definitely let me know because we can get you situated. But I'm telling you, there's great opportunity all around this area. Real quick shout out to Meat, probably one of my favorite restaurants on Whyte Ave. We're not going there today. Just don't want to get dirty. Don't want to get, you eat with your fingers there. It's definition you're eating meat. So apologies to my vegans, but that place, unbelievable. Even if you're just coming to Edmonton, quick little 2-night, maybe you're here on a business trip, check Meat out. Don't be a stranger, go check that place out. All right, quick pit stop here on Whyte Ave at Julio's Barrio. Probably, I'd say one of the longest standing restaurants on Whyte Ave. I'd say 10 plus years for sure. Definitely one of those you have to check out. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the real estate side of Whyte Avenue and just the location you're in. If you're trying to stay, you know, the other side of the river, close to downtown, but not in the hub, at a reasonable price. Definitely the Strathcona area is somewhere you need to explore for a few reasons. One, price can be really good. It's very diverse. There are some cheap opportunities and there are some very expensive opportunities. So whether you're looking single family, condo, or investment from a redevelopment perspective, this is definitely the hub you want to be looking in. Like I said, Whyte Ave is just such a diverse area. You got, like I said, entertainment, the fun side of it, the shopping. We also have some great real estate. And as we continue to build out this channel, we'll be exploring some communities directly here in Whyte Ave and Strathcona. A quick summary of Whyte Ave. It's your entertainment district. You got your shopping, you got your food, you got your beverages, you got everything you kind of need. You got great real estate. Like I said, watch out for the video coming soon because I can't wait to talk more about the opportunities from a real estate perspective that are just minutes away from the street. But where we're heading next, that's also minutes away from the street, it's called the Brewery District. And I think you guys are gonna really like it. The connectivity is unbelievable. The vibe it gives, it's also unbelievable. A little bit more, I don't know, Ross, would you say a little dungier, I guess, a little bit? Maybe a little less underdeveloped than, I guess, Whyte Avenue, but Whyte Avenue's been here for a long time. But it brings a good vibe, and I wanted to show it to you guys, so we'll head there next. All right, one of our last stops is here, right in Ritchie, also known and dubbed as the Brewery District. Within a few blocks of each other, you have about 10 breweries. We're also just minutes off Whyte Avenue. So if you want Whyte Avenue or you want the Brewery District, you have options. Like I said, it's tough to do a video on Edmonton and things to do and not touch on the Brewery District. It's a little bit busy. We'll get some footage for you guys. We'll hop into Shitty's, one of my favorite breweries here, and we'll check it out. We made it inside the brewery. Obviously got to be a little bit respectful to everybody around here. This place is unbelievable, just like the other 9 or 10 that are on this strip. The reality is if you're trying to be, you know, a little bit more of a, I guess, a hip lifestyle, like connectivity, business professional that wants to be close to downtown, this is an area that you definitely have to look at from a real estate perspective. Now from a things to do perspective, hey, I live in Sherwood Park, which is a suburb just outside Edmonton. And I come here on the weekends because there's just so much going on between Whyte Avenue, the Brewery District. There's always some sort of life going on, events going on like we talked about with the Fringe Festival over on Whyte Avenue. So there was a lot of stuff we did cover in this video and there's a lot of stuff that we missed out on as well. It's tough to show everything in a whole city in one video, but I hope this gives you guys a little bit of an idea. There's one more thing I want to show you and that's on the outro. Surprise, surprise, we're back in the River Valley because it's just that beautiful, especially this time of year. Listen, we touched on it earlier, but I wanted to actually show you guys a little bit of the river because there's opportunities to actually use it from paddle boarding to actual boating to the Edmonton River Boat. And actually right behind me is the Edmonton Riverhawks Stadium, which is our pro league baseball team. It's a great evening, whether it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. It's impossible to show you everything to do here in Edmonton in one video, so we'll probably make a little series about this over the summer. Let me know what you want to see down below, but I don't know. You tell me. Personally, I don't think this city's Edmonton. It's the furthest thing from it. There's always something going on. My name's JR Caputo, a licensed Edmonton realtor. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We'll see you in the next video.